Early leaders debate presidential powers. Last week, we told how the convention had details of the Virginia Plan. This was a 15-part plan of government prepared by James Madison and other delegates from the state of Virginia. The plan described a national government with a supreme legislature, executive, and a judiciary. The convention debated the meaning of the words national and supreme. Some delegates feared that such a central government would take away power from the states, but in the end they approved the proposal. On June 1st, they began debate on the issue of a national executive. The Virginia plan offers several points for discussion. It said the national executive should be chosen by a national legislature. The executive job would be to carry out the law made by the legislature. He would serve a number of years. He would be paid a small amount of money. These points served as a basis for debate. Over a period of several weeks, the delegates worked out details of the executive's position and power. It seemed every delegate at the Philadelphia Convention had something to say about the issue of a national executive. They had been thinking about it for some time. Almost every delegate was afraid to give the proposition extended powers. Almost no one wanted America's chief executive to become as powerful as a king. Still, many of the delegates had faith in the idea of a one-man executive. Others demanded an executive of 3 men. James Wilson of Pennsylvania argued for a one-man executive. He said the position required energy and the ability to make decisions quickly. He said these would best be found in one man. Edmund Randolph of Virginia disagreed strongly. He said he considered a one-man executive as the fetus of monarchy. John Dickinson of Delaware said he did not denounce the idea of monarchy, of having a government headed by a king. He said it was one of the best governments in the world. However, in America, he said, a king was out of the question. The debate over the size of national executive lasted a long time. Finally, the delegate vote. 7 state delegations voted for a one-man executive. 3 voted against the ideas. During the debate on size, other questions arose about the national executive. One question was the executive term. Should he serve just one, or could he be re-elected? Alexander Hamilton asked for a long term of office. He said, if a president served only a year or two, America soon would have many former presidents. This means, he said, he would fight for power, and that would be bad for peace of the nation. Benjamin Franklin asked for re-election. The people, he said, were the ruler of a republic, and president were the servant of the people. If the people wanted to elect the same president again and again, they have the right to do this. Delegate debate 2 main proposals on the question. One was for a 30-year term with re-election permitted. The other was for 1 7-year term. The vote on the question was close. 5 state delegations approved a term of 7 years. 4 voted no. The question came up again during the convention and was debated again. In the final document, the president's term was set at 4 years with re-election permitted. Next came the question of how to choose the national executive. It was a most difficult problem. The delicate debate, vote, redebate, and revote a number of proposals. James Wilson proposed that the executive be elected by special representatives of the people called electors. The elector would be chosen from districts set up for this purpose. Several delegates disagreed. They said the people did not know enough to choose good electors. They said the plan would be too difficult to carry out and would cost too much money. One delegate proposed that the national executive be elected by the state governor. He said the governor of large states would have more votes than the governor of small states. Nobody liked this proposal, especially delegates from the small states. It was defeated. Another proposal was to have the national executive elected directly by the people. Albert Gary of Massachusetts was shocked by this idea. The people do not understand this thing, he said. A few dishonest men can easily fool the people. The worst way to choose a president would be to have him elected by the people. So the delegate vote to have the national legislature appoint the national executive. Then they vote against these methods. Instead, they said, let's take legislature, name electors who would choose the executive. But the delegates changed their mind on this vote too. They re-debate the idea of direct popular election. The convention voted on the issue 60 times. In the end, it agreed that the national executive should be chosen by electors named by the state legislature. Now, someone said we have decided how to choose the executive, but what are we to do if the executive does bad things after being appointed? We should have some way of dismissing him. Yes, the delegate agree. It should be possible to impeach the executive, to try him, and if guilty, remove him from the office. Governor Morris of Pennsylvania spoke in the support of impeachment. A national executive, he said, may be influenced by a great power to betray his trust. The delegate approved a proposal for removing a chief executive found guilty of bribery, treason, or other high crimes. The last major question about the national executive was the question of veto power over the national legislature. Not one delegate was willing to give the executive complete power to reject new law, and yet they felt the executive should have some voice in the law-making process. If this were not done, they said the position of executive would have little meaning, and the national legislature would have the power of a dictator. James Madison offered a solution. The executive should have the power to veto a law, Madison said, but his veto could be overturned if most members of the legislature vote to pass the law again. The final convention document lists more detail about the national executive or president. For example, it said the president has to be born in the United States or a citizen at the time the Constitution was accepted. He must have lived in the United States for at least 14 years. He must be at least 35 years old. The executive would be paid, but his pay could not be increased or reduced during his term in office. He would be commander-in-chief of the armed force, and from this time to time he would have to report the national legislature on the state of the new union. The final document also gives the word by which a president would be sworn in every 4 years for more than 200 years now. Each president has repeated this oath of the office. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.